Okay, we got this little fella on the bench today. Looks like it's powered okay. We have no signal on the oscillator. Another thing I've noticed when comparing it to another one is this light should normally go green and red. I'm powering it off my bench power supply, and as you can see it's just, about 220 milliamps. And information I can find on the internet claims that it should be about 400 milliamps, so I'm guessing something's not getting powered in there. So we'll have to take her apart. Okay, I'll just put those caps on there. You might be able to actually see something. Here we have the main voltage regulator. This is the 15 volts coming in. The rest of the unit is powered by 12 volts. A 5 volt regulator there for the microprocessor. Down here is a TL072. Pin 8 is the positive rail. We have 12 volts. And the negative voltage rail is here. And we don't have the negative voltage rail. Not sure where that's coming from. Oh, I thought that was a relay. Maybe that's maybe that supplies the negative voltage rail. Hang on a sec. So here is that part in Mouser. Let's have a quick look. Q24 S12S. That's this one here, and that does have -12 output voltage. Okay, figure 3, negative output application. So we have a voltage in, pin 3 is ground, and pin 2 is a negative out. Okay, so I think this is actually supposed to be supplying a negative voltage rail. I can't really get to the pins, so I'm going to have to take the circuit board out. Okay, it looks like this has had some work done on it before. I can see some like flux on the board. This doesn't look like it's been changed. Can I get that in focus? Although it looks like somebody touched that with their iron. So we need to measure these voltages. This is our voltage in. We have 15 volts. Pin 3 is the ground. And we have nothing on the output there. So we'll just quickly do a test and make sure that there is a ground there. Yeah. Okay, so we have the plus 15 volts coming in here, which is feeding that voltage regulator, and I'm just going to inject a negative 12 volts into where that voltage regulator output was, and that does indeed have continuity to the TL072 negative voltage input. So I've got the output on the scope, and we have my 15 volts coming from here and my negative 12 volts coming from here. I've set the power supply up at 250 milliamps per side. So let's see what happens. Okay, now we're pulling on the negative voltage rail, and we have, if I change the pitch, okay, we have the oscillator. Let me get some sound. Okay, so that's all working, and now we're pulling about 300 milliamps in total. Still 100 milliamps less. There's nothing else wrong. I might just see if I can run some MIDI into it and try and get some notes and get it working. Okay, so let's just put the front panel on so I can see what the hell's going on. This time we'll come out the line out, not just straight from the oscillator, and we plug in the MIDI from the beat step. So it's definitely this voltage regulator that's faulty. It's a very interesting part actually. You just rearrange the ground pin and the V out swap to give you a positive output or the negative output. And we have all sorts of different variants here, ranging from plus and minus 15, 12, 9, 6.5. So you have a digipot which can run off plus and minus 5 volts. One of these would give us a nice minus 5 voltage rail. And very interesting indeed. So I'll have to order one of these for the owner. Unfortunately I can only get them from Mouser, so it might take a week or so to get here. And here we can see what they recommend for EMC considerations. So I'm going to order a couple extra actually and have a little play with them. See what the ripple and that is like on them.